Hi everyone, we're here at John Sadler's Auto Repair. We have a 2003 Toyota Tacoma 2.4 liter, 178,000 miles. It's running rough, idling rough, has a lots of power. I put a scanner, I have code P0303, a misfire number 3. Now some people might think this is a no-brainer, it's got a bad coil or it's got a bad spark plug. I'm making this video to let you know on these particular engines, when they get around that much mileage and they haven't been serviced normally, they usually have a burnt valve on that cylinder. So I pulled the air intake boot off of it, and well, first I swapped the coils. It made no difference at all. Looked at the spark plugs, one was a little bit more worn than the other, and looked at number 3 cylinder. It's all black, full of carbon. Number 1 cylinder, you can actually see the top of the piston, so that means they had decent fuel inside the engine, and the fuel injector is actually spraying in there, and so it's clean. So I took a little bit of brake cleaner when it was idling and just sprayed it in the throttle body. Then the engine smoothed right out. And I did a compression test on number 1 and number 3. And number 3 I had 120 psi, and number 1 I had 160 psi. Then here's all your individual coils, so they're pretty easy to access. The only problem with this particular motor is the way this air intake boot that goes to your air cleaner housing over here fits on. You can't access the number 3 cylinder unless you take the air intake boot off. It has a bunch of wraps around inside of here, so that makes it a little more difficult. But I want to make that video so once you swap the coils and the vehicle runs the same, you have the same code, please put a compression gauge in there and check your compression, because I know I'm 40 pounds low. Okay, there's my problem right there. And then when I sprayed the alternative fuel, the carb spray in there, and it smoothed out, I knew I could use those BG products and make it run smoother. And now it runs smoother. As to how long it's going to last, we don't know. So if it runs good for a while and it cleans that carbon out the intake valve, it's able to reseat on the valve seat, okay? And we restore a little compression. We'll drive it for a tank full of gas, and then we'll reevaluate it. So when you get that code and you have a Toyota pickup like this with a 2.4, please do a compression test. Don't start buying coils and spark plugs and things like that and fuel injectors. Do a compression test. That will usually give you your answer. Thank you very much.